What's up, everybody? I'm Jeffrey Phillips. Welcome back to the Jeff Gang, where we geek hard. Oh yeah, we geek so hard.
Hello?
Wattpad is definitely one of the weirdest platforms on the internet, but it's weird in a way I kinda respect. Whereas Twitter and iFunny are weird because there's terrible people on the app, Wattpad is weird just because it's all books written by like 13-year-olds, so if you go on there, you'll end up reading something that you're frankly way too old to be reading. Or it's porn written by a 40-year-old woman. There's not really an in-between. I will admit though, Wattpad has definitely done its best to expand the platform over the years. In 2019, they added a way authors can earn money, so now there are literal Wattpad authors who just make books on Wattpad for a living. And honestly, the books are pretty damn good. I mean, you got classics like Submitting to the Orc King, Strip for the Devil, The Billionaire's Pregnant Contract Girlfriend, The Billionaire's Library Harem. What doesn't this guy have? And then, of course, So I Married a Rock Star. Part 3. Do we really need 3 parts of So I Married a Rock Star? Was the concept that good? Honestly, I'm really intrigued by the story named Submitting to the Orc King. Just by that title alone, a billion red flags are going off in my mind telling me I should not read the contents of this story. But as you guys know, I'm known for my very cat-like qualities. I'm a very curious person at heart, and I also lick my own balls, so I gotta check this out. Alright, let's start somewhere interesting. Ooh, Chapter 9 Seduced. Yeah, that's gonna be spicy. But now, staring at myself in the mirror wearing this outfit, knowing things I didn't know before, I was beginning to understand. The way to control rock hair is through his rod. Alright, I am going to stop reading because I am hard. One thing I've also noticed on Wattpad is that some of the book lengths are just flat out insane. For example, we have this book called The Dark Alpha. Yes, that is a book about me. And it has an astounding 50 separate parts to it. And then there's books like The Bad Boy and the Tom Girl. Funnily enough, also about me, with fucking 115 parts. Oh my god. It would take an estimated 30 hours to finish reading this story. It's time to wrap it up. I don't care how good you are at writing, The Bad Boy and the Tom Girl does not need more than like 60 parts. It's time to give it up. I'd also like to point out some of my favorite chapter headings in this book. Chapter 31. Are you usually this horny? Chapter 8. What the fudge nuggets is wrong with me? Chapter 23. For your Yoda fetish. And here I was thinking I was the only one. Chapter 45. No title, just read. I guess they were going through writer's block that day. Chapter 50. Jerky McJerkpants. Definitely still going through writer's block. Chapter 58. I'm a hormonal pregnant woman. Chapter 3. He looks like a freaking anime character. I told you guys this book was about me. But although all this stuff is cool, there's really only one reason to check out Wattpad, and it's for its bomb-ass fanfiction, baby. Nowhere else on the internet can you find such a fascinating and diverse collection of fanfictions as you can on Wattpad. It's incredible. You got cartoon fanfiction, anime fanfiction, video game fanfiction, movie fanfiction, YouTuber fanfiction, and WNBA fanfiction? There was 5 minutes left. Jeffrey was under the basket pushing up against Angel. LSU had the ball and they were looking to get it to Angel. Jeffrey couldn't let it happen. He had a foul to use anyway. Might as well. They got Angel the ball, and as she went to lay it in, Jeffrey's arm hooked around her and the other reached up to block the ball, unintentionally hitting her wrist and the back of her head. She lost her balance and barely let herself fall to the floor before she was pushing herself back up to shove Jeffrey when his back was turned. He stumbled forward but quickly turned around to shove her back. You want to try that shit again? Come on, Reese. Their teammates had ran over to get in between them. Camila had to forcefully pull Jeffrey away because he was too strong for their guards to hold on. She sighed as Jeffrey and Angel kept shouting insults at each other. Go sit your Barbie ass down. You ain't bout that. Hold up, guys. This writing is fire. It was her first day in training camp. For what team? You guessed it. Chicago Sky. Let's go. I'm on the Chicago Sky, baby. I can't believe it. I really made it to the WNBA. That's literally every man's dream. It had its ups and downs. She still got to be teammates with Camila. The downside, she had to be teammates with Angel Reese. Should be fun, right? Oh man, I'm teammates with Angel Reese. This ought to be interesting. I'm going to regret joining the WNBA, aren't I? Angel walked in, pausing at the sight of a half-naked Jeffery. She never even realized she had a tramp stamp until now. Tramp stamp? Jeffery shrugged. You got a tramp stamp? I don't know. I guess so. Guess I got a tramp stamp. Shrug. You know, I don't really appreciate how the author of the story made the self-insert character have a tramp stamp. Was that really necessary to have? Can't a man just live out his dream scenario of playing in the WNBA without having a tattoo right above his ass? Because I think I'd rather have one in literally any other place. I guess that's just the price I have to pay. Now that I think about it, with the incredible amount of fan fiction on this app, do you think there's a fan fiction about me? Aww. Dang it. Well, I guess I'll just have to settle for Mr. Incredible X Shrek then. Hi, Mr. Incredible, I say stuttering. Hi, Shrek, he says handsomely. I mutter a quick goodbye and run away quickly. Mr. Incredible POV. After I get done humiliating myself in front of Daddy. Possibly one of the best fanfictions I found is a Hotel Transylvania one about Mavis dating Morbius, the ship that everyone was waiting for. Morbius x Mavis. I don't think that is true. I honestly feel confident saying that nobody other than the author was waiting for this ship. More like the ship everyone was blissfully ignorant of. In this story of love, there will be twists and turns, love and betrayal, and most importantly, lots of vampire lovemaking. Okay? I can't wait. Now, unfortunately, it looks like whoever wrote this didn't get too far into the writing because it only has 4 chapters and is actually void of any vampire lovemaking. I know, my day is ruined too, guys. But don't worry, because what this story lacks in the vampire lovemaking department, it more than makes up for with amazing storytelling. I deadass think whoever made this book could be the modern day Shakespeare. If Shakespeare was a loser who made fanfictions on Wattpad. Let's read the opening paragraph. Mavis walked solemnly away from the grave upon which she had been grieving for the past hour. Chiseled in the dark cold stone read a name. Jonathan Logren. Wow, I did not expect such a dramatic start. Rip Jonathan, I guess. I suppose it makes sense if Mavis is going to be dating Morbius, but you know what? Kind of makes me sad. Jonathan was cool. He didn't deserve to die. Just isn't sitting well with me. It was a dreary and rainy day. The sky colored a deep dark gray. Somehow, it perfectly described the somber mood at the moment. Oh my god, this imagery too. Does this writer know they are writing a fan fiction about Hotel Transylvania and Morbius? I feel like this is quite the dramatic start. Why does it feel like I'm right there mourning Jonathan's death? I was promised vampire lovemaking. Now I just feel bad for having a boner. I wish I could be with you, Jonathan, Mavis muttered to herself as she exited the cemetery. As she walked off, suddenly Mavis's phone started ringing. She flipped over her phone in a haste and sighed as she answered. I told you not to call me anymore, Dracula. Looks like Mavis has father issues with Dracula in this story, which funnily enough is the plot to every single Hotel Transylvania movie as well. Mavis began to undress, and while doing so, she looked into the mirror upon which had no reflection. Even so, Mavis could tell she had put on a few pounds. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think that was a plot point in any of the films. I really love how despite this story having the most unserious concept possible, it's still taking itself 110% seriously. Like, can we reel it back just a little bit? Why is Mavis so distraught about her husband dying that she's getting fat? What's next? Is it going to be revealed that in her depression, she got a tramp stamp? Is she going to join the WNBA to lose weight? Is she going to be playing basketball with Angel Barbie Reese? Bring bring, Mavis's phone sounded, jolting Mavis deep out of her slumber. Hello, Mavis said as she hurriedly answered the call. Hey, Mavis, it's your boy Blobby. How you doing? I like how Blobby introduces himself on the phone like he's an old Let's Play YouTuber. Hello? Hey, it's your boy Bobby Plays. Welcome back to another phone call. Sorry that your husband died. Blobby hesitated for a second. You see, there's this big concert going on in New York near where you live. Apparently, it's a concert for vamps only. I'm just saying, maybe you could meet more people like you there. You should have known the moment you said my father put you up to this that the answer would be no. God, Mavis is such an asshole. Jonathan died what, 50 years ago? Sorry your husband died, but you can't use your dead husband excuse anymore. At some point, you just gotta be nice to your boy Blobby. Mavis, don't be like this. I really do think this would be good for you. Don't do it for your father. Do it for me. Old Blobby. Yeah, do it for old Blobby. I can't get over how serious Blobby's dialogue is for a character that looks like this. For some reason, I don't think Blobby would say that stuff. Out of all the characters to choose from, he might be the worst. Alright, let's skip ahead to where we at least meet Morbius, because there's already been 2 full chapters of Mavis x Morbius, and there's been a complete lack of Morbius, and honestly, way too much of Mavis. Way too much. Oh, this must be where he is. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, yelled the stranger over blaring music. The man had dark flowing locks of hair matched with well-kept facial hair. He had a mysterious aura surrounding him, yet one that exuded kindness and care for all those around him. We've all met those people before. You know, the ones with mysterious aura, yet exude kindness for all of those around them. Classic people you'll meet. Either that's Morbius, or we're reading yet another story about me. Yeah, I'm alright, replied Mavis. It's just my ankle is kind of bugging me now. Where does hurt, the man said. Where does hurt? Where does hurt? She just said her ankle, Morbius. Ankle hurt. Ankle where hurt? Mavis pointed directly at the spot of pain, and without hesitation, the man went down and started rubbing the spot. Now this is just ridiculous. Mavis was remiss at the stranger's actions. Wait a second. You fixed it. Wow. He must be some doctor if he can fix an ankle injury just from rubbing it. Pretty sure it's more complicated than that. Little known fact about ankles, guys. You just have to rub them like a genie's lamp when they're hurt, and then it will fix itself. Actually, the ankle genie comes out and grants you a wish. The wish to make your ankle feel better. Oh, and there's a comment at the end of this chapter. I hope you continue this. I love this idea. Damn, I guess this ship does have some appeal. Well, I stand corrected. Now, unfortunately, this is where the story of Vampo Knights ends. They never end up dating or partake in some sweet vampire lovemaking action. But I definitely still have to give props to the author for making such a great story. Morbius Lover 4, you did a great job. Oh, nice Kobe White profile picture too. Wait a second. Edit profile? Oh my god. I made this story 3 years ago. I totally forgot. Well, that's why I've had it bookmarked all these years. I thought it was just a story I found silly. I didn't know I was such a good author. Oh my gosh. I gotta delete this. This is just embarrassing. But wait. If I'm the author, that means I can finally finish what I started and add lots of vampire lovemaking. Let's do this.
You're not made for the moment. You can't do this. You can't do this. You're not good enough. You know you can't take the pressure. You can't take the pressure. You're never built for the pressure. You're never made for the moment.
Fuck! It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Come on. Come on. You don't know how high I can fly. You don't even know me. Watch me fly. Watch me write good. Come on. Come on.
Guys, I had to stop. I got a boner.